Okay. Some side quests to do, some side quests not to do.
Mm-hmm.
But we're back at the hideaway. We can at least knock out a couple of these that we have finished. And I guess, I mean, while we're all excited about what's going on in that area over there, this is right in front of us, so we might as well start here.
Yes.
What's up,
Uncle.
Unk?
I
Unky.
bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution. And I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
We did?
It was more
I
of
don't
a
remember that.
handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
Why fade to black?
Are we at, is the game just taking us there? Oh.
Okay.
I
Alright.
wasn't prepared for this. I guess it makes sense.
And
It's just
how,
leaning
pray
right up to
tell,
the-
will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach.
Potter.
Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. Ah, but I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption.
I'm glad
Two
he's not
such
talking
firm
as
friends
slow.
as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company are you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Yeah, that's a good way to get
Upstanding.
murdered.
He calls himself Sid the bloody outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
Guys, I'm right over here.
Yeah. Hello.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes, and I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony?
Quentin, what is your face right
Citizens
now?
of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Michaela.
Rutherford.
Hello, get him the quill. The man called. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, bye.
Well,
I guess we
my
did it.
boy, the stage is set.
that it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
So now we're Crandall, Clive, and Sid.
All the C's.
Great, we have a thing to put in our room.
Yay! We love the things to put in our room. We have to
Mhm.
decorate it. Our room is very sparse.
It's really important to decorate our room before we die. Hold on.
It'll be good for the next Sid. But no, we're all gonna live. Everything's gonna be great.
Is that faster than riding the elevator? I think it is.
Probably. Nazir. No,
Well.
sir.
Bye.
Not today.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
There's a book. From a distance.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors.
He was a
I
ghost.
convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
And we pan.
Ah,
We did it.
well, there's no reason for that one. Good. Another thing for the chambers.
We're knocking them all out now, apparently.
Just from doing quests, we've collected the next thing for this, and we're right here on our way,
How
so...
can I help you today, Clive?
Let's see. Ring of the Swift Shot.
You
Seems
earned this.
cool. Hey, mister.
Genji gloves. Wait a minute.
Those seem
Come
cool.
again. I may have more for
They
you.
sound cool. They might suck, but
How many attacks can I have? It's a very important question. Okay, now our most
Jose.
important one.
I brought back all the stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
Yes,
but
my lord.
below the camera, so
Thank
no
you.
one will know.
I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
And then throw it in the trash.
Yeah. One of us will definitely not be heeding that lesson.
We're
We didn't-
both really bad about that. Sorry.
We didn't fade out before this quest.
That was weird.
Just stayed put. Okay, so...
Oh, I think I see it. The Joshua quest. Because he's standing up there on that one. Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
And then, so we did the Vivian quest, but now I don't know how to trigger Leon's quest. I thought doing hers would just do it.
Maybe this is also a prerequisite? Protagonist?
Protagonist.
Prerequisite?
There's something
Yeah, it could be.
What's nice is we'll see if this does. If it doesn't, then we may have some work to do, but...
Mm-hmm. Aw, Torgal's here too.
Oh, Clive.
Music, be quiet.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing.
Good save.
I've received
save.
word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will. How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked
Yeah,
that
didn't
I
he,
join
like,
him
blow
in
it
Tabor
up?
at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Not right now.
For father, whatever.
In that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I'm ready to leave when you are.
Joshua might have one of my favorite character designs in this series. His outfit's just so cool.
Big glow up over child Joshua, who was a dweeb.
Poor Poor baby Joshua. It's true though. His little outfit was very. I mean, it was appropriate, I guess, for a 10-year-old prince, but still.
Yeah. It's
this
not
is
his
much
fault.
better. It's not his fault.
But he looked like a dweeb.
He looked like a dweeb, and we can all blame it on his
Ah,
terrible mother.
wrong button. Right button. Back to table.
I mean, we also looked pretty bad before too.
Yeah, but mostly just our hair.
That's true. The hair was really not kind.
Boom.
I will not knock.
Your Grace,
gonna-
my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father.
Yes, I have it here.
But
If
you
you
must
would
hand
do us
it.
the honor, my lord.
To us below the camera.
My beloved sons, I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you. Your father, Shrubsrum.
Yeah, that doesn't really. I mean, it kind of looks like an E until it doesn't, but it's okay.
Jerusalem.
Inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, your grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the Blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
Well,
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, your grace.
Thank you, Cyril.
Archive.
Shall we then?
Where though? Like here?
the archive.
In Rosaria? Where are we? We're walking away already. You don't need to bow that team.
Yeah. But he's
Oh.
committed, and that's what they're showing us.
That's true. And Torgal was just standing outside the whole time. Torgal, you are an honorary Rossfield. You're allowed to come in with us.
All right, let's go to the requiatory.
Oh, it's literally right here. Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I magneted to it. Pardon me, excuse me. This is my place, yes. Lord Cyril, stuff about things, long letter from Tamaj.
Apparently they are not joining us.
Big reveal. Oh, Kind of looked up at us. That's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
do you got?
Acknowledged our existence.
Ah, yeah. Remember Kupka?
I remember him.
I don't.
He died like a bitch.
Oh.